So, in our previous session, we have discussed about the conditional statement. So, how different type of conditional statement we have: if, else, if, else, and switch statement. Now, today's session, we are going to discuss about JSON and GeoJSON. This JSON and GeoJSON is very important topic. Without JSON or without GeoJSON, we cannot imagine any web application because, as you know, when let's suppose if we are going to develop a web application, so we want some data from server, we want to update any information from the web application, and that information we want to store on the server. If we want to create a new feature, or if we want to create a new data, that data we want to store on the server. So without these things, we cannot imagine any web application. So in any web application, the most important operation what we are doing, that is the CRUD operation. So what this is called? This is called the CRUD operation. What is the meaning of the CRUD operation? CRUD operation means create, create, and retrieve, update, and delete. These are the only four operation what we are doing in any application, either GIS application, non-GIS application, any application. Without these four thing, we cannot imagine any application. Means we are, if we want to create a new feature, we want to modify the existing feature. That modification may be a special modification, means you want to modify the geometry or you want to modify the attribute, any kind of modification. So normally we are doing these four type of operation. Creating any data, retrieving means if I want to show some data on the web page and I want to get this data from the server, so we are retrieving the data from the server. So doing all these four kind of operation, the backbone of doing all these four kind of operation is basically JSON. JSON is basically a form of object. JSON is what? JSON is the form of object what we are using for any operation in web application. Or we can say like JSON is the format of the data which we are using to transport the data from client to server or server to client. Ultimately, we need to send the data to the server or we want to get the data from the server. So how this data is traveling, how this data is basically coming from server to client or client to server, that form or this format of the data is what? Format of the data is JSON. Now after that, what, how it looks? So to understand that thing, if you guys remember, previously we have discussed about many different type of data type what we have in JavaScript. So I shown you one data type. Let's suppose let A1 is equal to open close bracket. Let A1 is equal to what? A1 is equal to open close curly braces. Curly braces open close मतलब क्या है ये? This is one object. If you will try to find out the type of what? Type of the A1. So type of the A1 is what? Type of the A1 is object. And the beauty of this data type is this is very flexible. Means if you have created only one variable name is what? Variable name is A1. Now you want to store multiple information of one student. Means if I want to store the name, what is the first student name is what? Let's suppose the first student name is the Ram. Then the first student company is what? Company is maybe the TCS. Then A1 dot city is equal to what? City is equal to Mumbai. A1 dot mobile number is equal to let's suppose 9425801188. Now if I will check the value, so here you can see that this variable A1 contains how many items? This variable A1 contains 1, 2, 3, 4 items. And all the information this has contained in key value pair. So first one is what? Let's suppose the first information key is what? Key is city, value is Mumbai. Key is company, value is TCS. Key is mobile, value is this. Key is name, value is this. So this object is this type of object or this object is very useful because in one object we can store multiple properties. Even if I want, I can store function also, that we will discuss later. But the most important thing is what? We have created one object and we have keep here in multiple properties. Actually, this A1 is called what? This A1 is called the JSON object. This A1 is called what? This A1 is called the JSON object. Let's suppose in the class there are three students. For example, we have a class. In the class, we have how many students? We have three students. So first student you have created. Now similarly, I can create what? I can create the second student. Let's suppose second student is what? A2. A2 is equal to. So here I will maybe it will work. So A2 is equal to what? Very good. Then I will create here let A3. A3 is equal to राम की जगह पे श्याम कर देते हैं. Then we created what? We created A3 also. Now you have three student data. इसको चेंज कर देते हैं. Okay, so now we have A1, A2 and A3. So we have three student data. But all these three students belong to one class, same class. So now what I will do? I will create one variable. That variable name is WebGIS. And this WebGIS, I will create one array. How we can create the array? Simply open close square bracket. We have create the array. So array we have created WebGIS. Now, because I already have 3 student data, I want to keep all these 3 student inside this array. So my target is over. Ki one variable I have created for the class and all the student data I have kept inside this one variable. So what I can write here, WebGIS dot push, WebGIS dot push A1 को मैंने उसमें डाल दिया, देन मैंने A2 को इंसर्ट कर दिया, देन मैंने A3 को इंसर्ट कर दिया. So now if you go and check the WebGIS, so in WebGIS how many items are there? In WebGIS how many items are there? It is showing here. How many items we have in WebGIS? We
Three.
have 3 items. तो मतलब मेरा तीनों स्टूडेंट का इंफॉर्मेशन बढ़िया तरीके से एक वेरिएबल के अंदर आ गया. सो हियर two thing actually I want to show you. One is each and every student information what we have created, that format is called the JSON. This is called JSON object. JSON object is enclosed by what? JSON object is always enclosed by curly braces, and the JSON object will always key and value pair. Everywhere we will get key value, key value, key value. Now when I will come to the WebGIS, so what you can tell, ki WebGIS is a array of what? WebGIS is the array of JSON objects. Correct? WebGIS is the array of what? This is the collection. This is the array. Inside the array you have this JSON object, this JSON object, and this JSON object. Understood? Clear? यहाँ तक?
Yes.
Clear. Now, if I ask you, I want to get the second student data. I want to get which student data? I want to get second student data. So as you know, this is array. WebGIS is what? WebGIS is array, and each and every array have index values, and that index is start from 0. It means the first student, the index of first student is what? 0. The index of second student is 1. The index of third student is 2. So if I want to get second student, then I need to put here what? 1. If I will put here 1, then it will give me what? It will give me the information of second student. If I want to get the first student, so first student index is always start from 0. So first student value is what? 0. If I ask you, I want to get the information of for the last student. So the last student index is what? 0, 1, 2. So if I will put here 2, then you will get the information of थर्ड स्टूडेंट. क्लियर? अच्छे से समझना, क्योंकि जो है यही यूज होने वाला है आगे, और मैं चाहता हूं कि these things what we are discussing, these things you guys have to understand as a concept, not as a something we want to memorize. Conceptually, if you will understand, then you will basically no need to check again. So this is very simple. JSON object is enclosed by curly braces. In JSON objects, all the values, all the data we will have in the key value pair. Each and every information inside the JSON object is separated by comma. We have the key and we have what? We have value. key and value, key value, key value we will have. And if we want, we can keep all the JSON objects inside one array. So these all things we will see in detail here. So now coming to the little bit this theory part. So here JSON. What is JSON? Normally, when you will get the JSON data, that JSON data you can keep in dot JSON file as well. Okay. File extension will be what? File extension will be dot JSON. But here JSON object is basically stand for what? JSON is stand for JavaScript object notation. Here one more very important thing, like here we have for example, I will take the variable what? A1. A1, as you know, this is what? This is a JSON. And the best part, when you are creating the JSON, so here you can easily see the information in proper way. Like if I will show you this WebGIS, so here you can understand the best, the beautiful way ki bhaiya WebGIS, how many students we have here. We have total 3 students. If I click on this, this is the first student, this is second student, this is third student. If I open this one properly, I am able to see city is equal to this, company is equal to this, mobile number is equal to this, name is equal to this. But if I will give you same thing in string, then definitely you cannot read properly. So here two very important function we have in JavaScript. One is convert string to JSON and second one is convert JSON to string. जैसे कि A1, you know this is a one JSON. Now what I will write here, JSON dot stringify. What is the function name? JSON dot stringify. I want to convert A1. So now see here. Now this is not the JSON. This is what? Now this is one string. Now this is one string. This is not the JSON. If you will have the JSON, you will get the information in very beautiful way. But this is a string, so you will get the information like this. Now if I will, let's suppose someone has given you the string. Okay. If someone have given you this string, if you see st1, st1 is string. But you know that the someone who has given you this string, this is looks like JSON. आपको ऐसा लगा कि यार ये जो स्ट्रिंग है ये अभी तो जेसन के जैसा नहीं लग रहा है, बट इट लुक्स लाइक जेसन. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, यू कैन राइट हियर जेसन डॉट पार्स. सेकेंड फंक्शन इज व्हाट? जेसन डॉट पार्स. मतलब मैं क्या करना चाह रहा हूं, आई वॉन्ट टू कन्वर्ट स्ट्रिंग टू जेसन. सो अब मैंने क्या लिखा यहाँ पे? st1. जैसे ही मैंने एंटर किया तो आप देखिए, आप उसने क्या कर दिया, स्ट्रिंग को किसमें कन्वर्ट कर दिया उसने? जेसन में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. So please remember these two important function. JSON dot stringify, it will convert JSON object to string, and JSON dot parse, this function is convert JSON string to JSON object. JSON dot parse will convert JSON string to JSON object. Clear है? Understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now coming to this part, JSON is stand for JavaScript object notation. What is the full form of the JSON? The full form of the JSON is JavaScript object notation. JSON is language independent. मतलब आप कोई भी लैंग्वेज में काम करो, आप C# में करो, जावा में करो, कहीं पे भी करो, इसका लैंग्वेज से देयर इज नो कनेक्शन. in any language you can use. Text based. It is purely text based language or text based object. Lightweight data interchangeable format. जैसे कि भी आपने देखा, we converted JSON to string, string to JSON. So easily we can convert JSON to any format. Easy for human to read and write. We can easily read, we can easily write. Easy for machine to generate and parse. अभी आपने फंक्शन देखा, JSON dot parse and JSON dot stringify. Web service response. What is the meaning of this? As I told you, whenever we want to insert the data, update the data, get the data, core operation, CRUD operation, when we want to do, we need to use what? We need to use the REST API or web services. Web services is 90% cases, web services are consuming JSON object only. Okay. So this, because of that, it is very, very useful. ES3 introduced means ECMAScript 3, the latest standard of the JavaScript. It is following JSON. JSON structure, this I already explained you. JSON कैसा रहता है? कलेक्शन रहता है, जैसा कि अभी हम लोगों ने देखा यहाँ पे. JSON is WebGIS. JSON is the collection. Here each and every uh, JSON object is a collection, and this collection have key value pair. Ordered list of the value, ठीक है. Value allowed. What are the values are allowed in the JSON? We can see here object, array, string, number, true, false, or null. Here, if you like this value, we already have no A1. Okay, so A1 is what this. So we can, what are the things are allowed? String is allowed. Number we already have seen. Number also allow. If I will write here A1 dot uh, is uh, is city, so I can write here true. Now if you see the value of the A1, so value of the A1 is what? Each city is equal to what? Boolean value true. So JSON allows string, JSON allows number, JSON allows Boolean value, JSON allows decimal value. So actually JSON allow every kind of thing, and even JSON allow null also. If maybe if you don't have any value, so you can simply put what? You can simply put the null. Data is in always name and value pair. Data is separated by the comma, curly braces, hold object, square bracket, hold array. All these points practically we already have seen. Like here, array enclosed by what? Curly, sorry, square bracket. JSON object is enclosed by curly braces. Now after that, ये भी हमने देख लिया है, फिर भी पढ़ लेते हैं. The JSON format is syntactically similar to the code of creating JavaScript object. ये पता है आपको, सब पता है. JSON dot parse, JSON dot stringify. JSON dot parse का एक use होता है when we want to convert JSON string to JSON object. Then we are using JSON dot parse. JSON dot stringify when we want to convert JSON object to JSON string. So we are using JSON dot stringify. JSON serialization and deserialization. Word is complicated, but this is very easy. Serialization means convert object to the string. Deserialization means string to object. वही चीज जो आपने यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी किया था अभी. JSON dot stringify and JSON dot parse. So serialization means what? Serialization means convert when we are converting object to string. When we are converting object to string, please remember, maybe this question we will get in our MCQ. What is the meaning of the serialization? The meaning of the serialization is convert object to string. बस इतना याद रखिए. Convert object to string is serialization. Convert string to object is deserialization. ये सब आपको पता है. ये भी आपको पता है. ये मैं भी नहीं बता रहा हूँ, ये लूप वगैरह का ये मैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में बताऊंगा. टुडे जस्ट यू गाइस फोकस ऑन द जेसन एंड जियोजेसन, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस. ओके, सो जेसन इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. क्लियर एवरीवन जेसन?
क्लियर.
ओके. अब क्या है कि जब लोगों ने इस पे काम किया, सो पीपल थॉट कि अरे जेसन तो बड़ा सही चीज है, because we can use the JSON to transport the data from server to client, client to server, and this is very good thing where we can create one object with multiple information. Like we have created one student, variable name is one, but that variable can contain multiple properties. st1 है, but जो है that variable can contain the name, contain the company, contain the city, contain mobile and number of information. तो जीआईएस वालों ने सोचा यार हम भी कुछ करेंगे. तो उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने एक नया जेसन बनाया. उसका नाम उन्होंने क्या दे दिया? जियो जेसन. सो जियो जेसन is basically, as you know, when let's suppose here we have work on A1. In A1, because there is no geometry, there is no GIS related feature, so this is perfectly fine. We don't have any issue. But what is the meaning of the GeoJSON? How GeoJSON looks, how it is working? So here I want to show you something different. I will go to one website. Everyone, please remember this website because always you require this website. This website name is the geojson.io. What is the geojson.io? Actually, here what I want to show you. Let's suppose I go to any location and and here I create one point. I created one point and this point I have written name. Name is equal to U for GIS solutions. And now if you see right side, पहला चीज, सबसे पहली चीज, मैं इसको कॉपी करता हूँ. ठीक है, जस्ट मैंने कॉपी किया एंड आई go to this console window and here I will write let g1 is equal to whatever I have copied, simply I paste it here, semicolon and enter. ठीक है. अब अगर मैं आपसे फॉरगेट अबाउट, आपको नहीं पता है कि जियोजेसन क्या होता है, कुछ नहीं पता, बट इफ आई विल राइट हियर G1, then if just I have written here G1 and press enter, so if I ask you, is this is a GeoJSON? Sorry, is this is a JSON? ये JSON है? Based on our discussion, ये JSON है कि नहीं है?
जेसन पर.
JSON है,
जेसन.
करेक्ट है ना? ये JSON है. क्यों? क्योंकि भाई हमारा सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है, JSON means it is enclosed by curly braces and JSON contains things in key value pair. So ये की है, ये वैल्यू है, ये की है, ये वैल्यू है. वेरी गुड. नाउ मैं थोड़ा सा अंदर जाता हूँ. अब मैं अंदर गया तो मैंने देखा कि मुझे एक एक मुझे प्रॉपर्टी मिली है, उसका नाम क्या है? फीचर्स. इसके अंदर गया मैं तो मैंने देखा कि इसके अंदर एक वैल्यू है, एक आइटम है. इस आइटम एक जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट है. इस जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट में आई हैव वन टाइप, प्रॉपर्टी एंड ज्योमेट्री. मैं और अंदर गया, इसको ओपन किया. अब मैंने देखा कि इसके अंदर एक और क्या है, ज्योमेट्री है और प्रॉपर्टी है. when I will open this one, so I have seen inside the geometry type is what? Type is point and the coordinate is xy coordinate. Inside the property, I have name and value. What is the name? What is the value? So the thing is, what I want to show you, this is the format of what? This is the format of GeoJSON. When we are talking about the GeoJSON, so always remember, let's suppose I create here one feature, then I create here one more feature. So I have created total three feature. And if you see right hand side, I copy this one and I go to one website. There are many websites are there where we can play with the JSON. Okay. I copied this thing here. Now please see right side. This is what? This is one GeoJSON. And as I told you, the format of GeoJSON is what? पहला एक क्या रहेगा एट्रीब्यूट यहाँ पे? फर्स्ट एक क्या रहेगा हमेशा? टाइप. इस टाइप की वैल्यू हमेशा क्या रहेगी? टाइप का वैल्यू हमेशा क्या रहेगा यहाँ पे?
Feature collection.
फीचर कलेक्शन. ऑलवेज, ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड.
Okay.
फर्स्ट रहेगा टाइप. दिस इज ऑलवेज ऑलवेज फिक्स. नाउ आफ्टर दैट, based on the number of features, we will have here one property features. कितने फीचर हैं इसके अंदर टोटल?
Three.
थ्री फीचर्स हैं.
Three.
नाउ इफ आई ओपन दिस वन, मैं एक एक को बंद करता हूँ, ठीक है. थ्री फीचर्स. चलो भाई पहले फीचर पे चलते हैं. फर्स्ट फीचर पे गए. इसमें हमेशा आपको टाइप क्या मिलेगा यहाँ पे? फीचर. प्रॉपर ज्योमेट्री और टाइप, ये भी हमेशा क्या रहेगा? प्रॉपर्टी रहेगा. ये वैल्यूज चेंज रहेगी. इफ देर इज नो प्रॉपर्टी, you will not get any property. Like here we have created this one feature, but I forgot to create any property, so because of that reason there is property is blank. Now coming to the geometry. Inside the geometry, what is the type of the geometry? Point.
Point. Point.
What is the type of the geometry? Point.
Point.
What is the type of the geometry?
Line scene.
Similarly, if I create here one polygon, so here you will get what? Here you will get type polygon. So कहने का मतलब ये है कि this is always fixed. If this is always fixed, inside things will be changed, and this format is already always fixed. Type is always feature. This geometry, inside the geometry, type will be based on the feature, point, line, polygon. Coordinate also will be changed. Property also will be changed, but format is remain same. So this is the format of what? This is the format of GeoJSON. अभी आप लोगों ने कोई ने काम किया है आर्क जीआईएस में या आर्क जीआईएस सर्वर में? किसी ने काम किया? किसी ने?
यस सर.
वेरी गुड. सो
Yeah.
मैं आपको एक चीज दिखाना चाहता हूँ. लेट सपोज मैं गया आर्क जीआईएस सैंपल सर्वर में. ये आर्क जीआईएस ने दिस वेबसाइट, दिस आर्क जीआईएस सर्वर, they have published for the people who want to learn ArcGIS REST services and all. So let's suppose here I will go to any service. I go to this service or I go to this particular service. Here in this service means basically what? If you are comparing with the ArcMap or ArcGIS Pro, so service is basically called the map. Inside the map, how many layers we have? Three layers. फैसिलिटी, ट्रेल एंड दिस. अभी मैं क्या करता हूँ? फैसिलिटी पे जाता हूँ. फैसिलिटी पे जाने के बाद मैं नीचे आ गया और यहाँ पे एक है सपोर्टेड ऑपरेशन क्वेरी. क्वेरी पे गया. ये सब चीज मैं आपको बाद में बता दूंगा, डोंट वरी. जस्ट अभी आप फोकस करो जियोजेसन पे. मैं 1 = 1 किया, रिटर्न ये किया, तो यहाँ पे आप देखोगे कि रिटर्न फॉर्मेट, any if you are going to work with any GIS server, maybe ArcGIS server, maybe Geo server, everywhere you will get the facility to get the data in GeoJSON format. ये आपका ArcGIS server है. मैं यहाँ से डेटा, I want to get the data, There are many formats are there. See here, we can get the data in HTML format, we can get the data in JSON format, we can get the data in KMZ format, we can get the data in the GeoJSON format. I will select here what GeoJSON and just click on the get. When I click get, so here you can see I am getting what? I am getting the GeoJSON. Even if I copy this GeoJSON, if I copy this entire GeoJSON and come to this place and paste it here, so now here you can see, as we discussed, format is remain same. What is the first attribute? Type, feature collection. Second one is what? Features. कितने feature है total यहाँ पे?
Two not
203. If I open this one, just to focus on one feature. The first feature, see, type is there, geometry is there, property is there. Inside the geometry, type is there, coordinate is there. So GeoJSON format is remain same. Doesn't matter you are working with ArcGIS server, you are working with Geo server, but always you will get what? Always you will get GeoJSON format in the same way. Now, one more good thing I just want to tell you. GeoJSON format, as I told you, format will remain same from any server, and the website what I shown you, geojson.io, this website is basically very good website. Here you can create the GeoJSON and you can test the GeoJSON कि whatever the GeoJSON you have, that is correct or not. Correct means what? Correct means feature यहाँ दिखेगा. अगर फीचर नहीं दिख रहा है इसका मतलब कुछ ना कुछ क्या है उसमें जियोजेसन में प्रॉब्लम है. सो वॉट एवर द जियोजेसन वी हैव गॉट फ्रॉम हियर, if I simply go and delete all these things and paste the GeoJSON, so now you can see based on the GeoJSON all the features you are able to get on the map. Because of that reason, we are saying if you want to work with the web map, web GIS, then you have to know about what? You have to know about the GeoJSON. Now, what we have written here, just check that one also. So, what is the GeoJSON? A specification for storing geographic data in the JSON format. We can display vector data, support all type of geometries. We already have seen. Support attribute as well, we already have seen. We can set the coordinate system as well. GeoJSON type defined in RFC 7946 standard document. GeoJSON coordinates is the geographic coordinate reference system. तो ये सब उतना आपके लिए उतना important नहीं है. But yes, the important thing is what? GeoJSON coordinates is a geographic coordinate reference system. Okay, please remember this thing. Whenever you want to play with the GeoJSON, whenever you want to show the data on the map using the GeoJSON, so always remember your coordinate should be in the geographical coordinate system, not in the projected coordinate system. Okay, I believe you guys already know about the geographic coordinate system and projected coordinate system. If you don't know, just in one line short, I will tell you. Geographic coordinate system is the small coordinates. Geographic coordinate system coordinates is always in between minus 180 to plus 180. Okay. Geographic coordinate system doesn't matter x coordinate, y coordinate. I am not going in deep because it will take time. But just for your understanding, geographical coordinate system, if your data is in geographical coordinate system, so your coordinates will be always in between minus 180 to plus 180. Okay. और अगर गलती से ये प्रोजेक्टेड कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम है, if by mistake this coordinates are the projected coordinate system, then always you will get coordinates in very big value. Means maybe it will be 4 digit, 5 digit, 6 digit, like that. Because in the projected coordinate system, latitude and longitude measurement is in meter. But in the geographical coordinate system, latitude and longitude measurement is in degree decimal. Okay, understood?
Understood.
So GeoJSON, ठीक है. Mapping API. Why the GeoJSON is important? Because all maps. If you are going to work with the ISRI map, leaflet map, Google map, any map, all the maps support what? Support the GeoJSON. Means if you will have the GeoJSON in 2 line of code or in 3 line of code, you can show that data on the map. This is the power of the GeoJSON. And the softwares also, all the software support the GeoJSON. If you are working with the QGIS or ArcGIS, so everywhere you can get the data in which format? Everywhere you can get the data in the GeoJSON format. सपोर्टेड ज्योमेट्री, ये सब मैंने जो बताया आपको उसके सामने कुछ भी नहीं है. ठीक है, अभी सपोर्टेड ज्योमेट्री यू ऑलरेडी नो. यू कैन क्रिएट द पॉइंट, लाइन स्ट्रिंग, पॉलीगॉन, multi point, multi line string, multi polygon. These all geometries is supported by the GeoJSON, but as you know, 90% cases we are getting only these three geometries: point, line string, and polygon. Polygon मतलब ये छोटे छोटे चीजें हैं एक्चुअली, जो मुझे बताना नहीं चाहिए, बट जस्ट फॉर योर इंफॉर्मेशन कि पॉलीगॉन जो होता है, आपको पता होगा कि पॉलीगॉन इज द सीक्वेंस ऑफ coordinates where the first coordinate and last coordinate will be same. पहला कोऑर्डिनेट और लास्ट कोऑर्डिनेट हमेशा कैसा होता है? सेम होता है. अगर आपको विश्वास नहीं है मेरी बात पे तो देख लो. यहाँ पे मैं इसको निकाल देता हूँ और यहाँ पे एक हम पॉलीगॉन क्रिएट करते हैं. अभी आप देखिए ये कोऑर्डिनेट्स है, फॉरवर्ड ऑर्डिनेट सब सेम है. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे दिस इज द फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट एंड दिस इज द लास्ट कोऑर्डिनेट. जो लोग ऑटो कैड बैकग्राउंड से आए हैं उनको पता होगा ना, क्लोज पॉलीगॉन, ओपन पॉलीगॉन. क्लोज पॉलीगॉन मींस अभी जीआईएस में, मतलब आर्क जीआईएस एंड क्यू जीआईएस जो मॉडर्न जीआईएस है, इन मॉडर्न जीआईएस देयर इज नो कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द ओपन पॉलीगॉन. इन मॉडर्न जीआईएस पॉलीगॉन है मतलब क्लोज है, मतलब फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ द पॉलीगॉन एंड लास्ट कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ द पॉलीगॉन विल बी ऑलवेज सेम. अगर सेम नहीं है इसका मतलब वो बराबर पॉलीगॉन नहीं है. तो दिस इज सपोर्टेड ज्योमेट्री इन जियोजेसन दैट यू गाइस ऑलरेडी हैव सीन. जियोजेसन पॉइंट कैसा दिखता है, जियोजेसन लाइन कैसा दिखता है, जियोजेसन फीचर कैसा दिखता है, हाउ ऑल दीज थिंग्स इज वर्किंग, जियो फीचर कलेक्शन. Importance of the GeoJSON: transfer data between the client and server, easy integration with the mapping libraries, mainly JavaScript, easy integration with geoprocessing libraries like GDAL, OGR, easy to understand, can store multiple geometries in single file. Normally, this we are saying you can store multiple geometry in single file, but आइडियली हम लोग ऐसा करते नहीं है. जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा ना कि यू गाइज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग विद द जीआईएस, सो वेन एवर यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ शेप फाइल और वेन एवर यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ फीचर क्लास, सो ऑलवेज इन वन शेप फाइल वी कैन स्टोर ओनली वन टाइप ऑफ ज्योमेट्री. करेक्ट? मतलब अभी आपने कोई एक शेप फाइल बनाया जिसमें कि आपने बोला कि इसका जो ज्योमेट्री टाइप है पॉइंट है. यू कैन नॉट स्टोर, यू कैन नॉट क्रिएट लाइन, you cannot create polygon. So here basically this is the facility what they have given. In one GeoJSON file you can create point, line, polygon. But ideally we are not doing that kind of thing. Okay. So this is the importance of the GeoJSON. GeoJSON over the shape file. Geometry can store in single file. Like here, if you see, I have created one polygon. Then after I will create one line also. Then I will create one point also. So if you see all these three feature what I have created, all these feature contains in this GeoJSON. Means I don't require to create three shape file. I don't require to create three files for three type of feature. In one GeoJSON file, you can keep all type of geometry. This is one good thing with the GeoJSON. Multi-type of geometry can store in single file, can add the style as well in the GeoJSON. In GeoJSON, we can store the style as well. So like if you want to play with this, so what you can do, यही website पे जाइए, just create, let's suppose you create one line. Okay, what I will do, I will remove all this thing and then uh, then I will create here one line. Okay, let's suppose this line I have created. Now I click on this. So here we have what we can add the property first thing. Then what is this add style? अभी देखो आप यहाँ पे कलर इसका ब्लैक है. मैं चाहता हूँ इसका कलर क्या कर दो आप रेड कर दो. इसका स्ट्रोक क्या है 2 है. इसको मैं स्ट्रोक बढ़ाना चाहता हूँ. स्ट्रोक मीन्स विथ विथ इसका बढ़ा दिया. स्ट्रोक ओपेसिटी 1 है. ओके है. अभी इसको हम क्या करते हैं सेव कर देते हैं. Once you save, so here you can see the color change, and even in the GeoJSON also, inside the property, you will have style of the line. Stroke क्या है, stroke width क्या है, and stroke opacity क्या है. So these all properties, these all qualities make GeoJSON smart. Okay, user can easily edit the data using the notepad.
Sir,
User can easily, yes, tell me.
can you go back on the screen, JSON screen? Geo. It says type line string and ID is 0. What does that mean?
Type is line string now. As I already told you in GeoJSON, let's suppose if I create one point. So if you see here, what is the type of the geometry?
Yeah, where is ID then?
ID, actually, this ID is not required here. Okay, in GeoJSON, if I remove this ID, if I remove this ID also, there is no issue. In GeoJSON, everything we will keep where we will keep inside the geometry or inside the property. There is outside ID, there is no meaning. Okay, either if even if you see here what the format I have shown you in here, anywhere if you see, I never mention here ID outside, correct? So,
Yes.
and this is the GeoJSON format is what? In the GeoJSON format, feature object is type is equal to feature, properties, whatever the properties you have, and then after inside the geometry, you will have one type. Type will be either point or line string or polygon. And after that, we have the coordinates. For the line, coordinates will be different. For the polygon, coordinates will be different, or for the point, coordinates will be different. Okay, clear?
Yes.
GeoJSON can easily transfer between the server and client. From map service, we can get data in the GeoJSON format. The last point, what we have just done from the map service. We work with the map service, which is published on the ArcGIS server. From any web service, we can get the data in which format? We can get the data in the GeoJSON format. Today I have shown you using the ArcGIS server, and in our course, I am going to show you same thing with the Geo server as well. So that in future, if you will get a chance to do a project using ArcGIS server or Geo server. So both the things will be easy for you. JSON versus GeoJSON feature, JSON and GeoJSON purpose. This is the general data format. JSON is the general data format. In any application is either it is a GIS based application or non-GIS based application. Especially in non-GIS application, we are using the JSON. And if you want to implement some geographic data format, that is the GeoJSON. Structure is key value pair in JSON, and GeoJSON spatial structure we have that we already have seen. JSON used in the APIs web data. GeoJSON is used in the same thing API web data GIS application we can use. Spatial data we cannot define in the JSON, and in the GeoJSON spatial data we can define. The Postgres SQL support the JSON, PostGIS support the GeoJSON. If in your database you don't have the PostGIS, then you cannot store the GeoJSON. In Postgres, if you have stored the geometry, then you can directly get the GeoJSON data from the Postgres database. Okay, so this is all about what? This is all about the JSON and GeoJSON. I believe I am able to basically explain you things properly. So now if we will do the question properly, then I can understand you guys understood things.
JavaScript object notation. Yes, sir.
JSON stand for first option, JavaScript
Object
object
notation.
Object
notation.
notation.
JSON is mainly used for
Creating databases.
Storing.
Creating.
no. JSON is mainly used for what?
Storing
Storing and
Storing.
Storing and
transporting data.
transporting.
Okay, storing and transporting data. It is not for the creating the database. It is for the storing and transporting the data. JSON format is based on what?
JavaScript to object syntax.
Very good. JSON data is written in
Curly braces.
curly braces, and as well as in our
Array.
example,
Array.
both A and B.
Yeah, and okay.
करेक्ट इसमें भी लिखते हैं इसके अंदर भी लिखते हैं इन जेसन डेटा इज स्टोर्ड एज
Key and value pairs.
वेरी गुड इन जेसन कीज मस्ट बी रिटन इन
brackets.
No.
no actually in
Key.
if you will let's suppose I will show you the example let's suppose
Numbers.
here
Numbers.
नहीं वो नंबर नहीं अभी क्या है let's suppose you want to see here a1 is what this. Now, previously we have created this one, how A1 dot, we have written something, correct? Now what I want to do, I have all the values. I directly want to create the JSON. So let's suppose I will write here AA1 is equal to curly braces. Now here, if you want to create a JSON, you have to write something like this. ID is equal to what? 101, comma, name is equal to Yogesh, comma, city is equal to what? City is equal to what?
Hyderabad.
हैदराबाद एंड कर्ली ब्रेसेस बंद कर देते हैं ठीक है अभी नाउ इफ यू चेक द वैल्यू ऑफ द A1 so value of the A1 is what? Value of the A1 is ID 101, name is equal to city, name is equal to Yogesh, and city is equal to what? City is equal to Hyderabad. So here what they are basically trying to say कि in JSON keys must be written in numbers नहीं होगा quotes नहीं होगा एक्चुअली ये तीनों में चारों में से केवल आंसर क्या हो सकता है इसका quotes कि नंबर्स में नहीं लिख सकते आप कीज को आपको कीज को किसके अंदर लिखना पड़ेगा कोट्स के अंदर, सिंगल कोट जैसे हम दोनों ने लिखा है अभी।
सर
एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट इज व्हाट?
ए फर्स्ट वन।
नहीं, मैंने अभी बताया ना, इस पे मैंने क्या बताया आपको। अगर आपको केवल जेसन
पैकेट।
बताना है देन इसका आंसर क्या होगा?
बी।
बी होगा।
B.
व्हाई? curly
नहीं।
braces, that is correct. Keys should be inside the quotes. Okay, so either वो सिंगल कोट रहने दो या डबल कोट रहने दो।
सर मेरा एक डाउट
So
है।
it could be
बोलिएगा।
string data, like
नहीं नहीं नहीं, देखिए इससे ये जो ये है ना, इससे
okay,
स्ट्रिंग का कोई मतलब नहीं है। ठीक है, हमारा
okay,
जो वैल्यू है, हमको मतलब किससे? वैल्यू से। इफ यू हैव पुट हियर सिंगल कोट then it will consider as a string. If you will put here 101 102, it will consider as a number. If you will put here true false, it will consider as a boolean. Yes madam?
जेसन जो है ये एक
जी।
मतलब राइटिंग स्टाइल बोल सकते हैं क्या अपन की, मतलब
नहीं 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 नहीं,
हम इसके
जेसन।
पहले जैसे लिख रहे थे, क्योंकि हम लोग वही फाइल यूज कर रहे हैं, मतलब HTML की फाइल में ही हम लोग लिख रहे हैं।
करेक्ट
पर
है।
जो डेटा स्टोरिंग का जो है सेम, पूरा सब सेम है, बस लिखने
देखिए,
का जो मेथड है वो
नहीं नहीं
चेंज
नहीं
हो
नहीं
रहा
नहीं
है
नहीं
ना।
नहीं, आप समझिए इसको, मैं बताता हूँ फिर से। अभी क्या है मान लीजिए मैंने आपको एक टास्क दिया। मैंने आपको टास्क दिया कि मुझे एक स्टूडेंट है, उस स्टूडेंट का नाम है और उस स्टूडेंट का सिटी है और उस स्टूडेंट का मोबाइल नंबर है, इसको स्टोर करिए। सिंपल
हाँ।
टास्क है, ठीक है। अभी आप कैसे कर रहे थे उसको? अभी आप ऐसे कर रहे थे ना, लेट
लेट।
नेम इज इक्वल टू व्हाट?
हाँ।
योगेश।
हाँ।
बराबर। लेट
हाँ।
सिटी इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? हैदराबाद।
हम्म।
करेक्ट।
हम्म।
लेट मोबाइल नंबर इज इक्वल टू कुछ तो आपने यहाँ पे 9425801188। करेक्ट।
हाँ।
अब यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या है? ऑल दिस व्हाट यू हैव रिटन, दैट इज फाइन, लेकिन ये तीनों जो वेरिएबल हैं, ऑल दीज थ्री वेरिएबल्स, डू वी हैव एनी कनेक्शन बिटवीन दिस वेरिएबल?
नहीं।
सब
चेंज।
आइसोलेटेड है। करेक्ट है।
नहीं। या
हम्म।
अब अगर इसको मैंने आपसे बोला कि अब आपको टोटल, जस्ट एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल है, हमारे पास 3 स्टूडेंट हैं, 3 स्टूडेंट का डेटा रखना है, तो आप क्या करोगी? इसको फिर से इसको कॉपी करोगी, पेस्ट करोगी और यहाँ पे लिखोगे नेम
1 2।
टू, सिटी टू, मोबाइल टू।
हाँ।
ये कोई रिलेशन नहीं है इसमें। और इसको मेंटेन करना भी क्या है, बहुत टफ है। तो
हाँ।
हमने क्या किया, एक नया डेटा टाइप है। These all are what? These all are also data type, and what we are talking, JSON object, that is also a kind of data type. So in
डेटा
that
टाइप।
data type, what you can do, instead of creating multiple variables, you can write here st1 is equal to what? Object.
हाँ।
एक ही वेरिएबल हमने बनाया st1।
हाँ।
अब मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, st1 डॉट नेम इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? योगेश।
हम्म।
st1 डॉट सिटी इज इक्वल टू हैदराबाद। st1 डॉट एज इज इक्वल टू 42। सो आपने वेरिएबल क्या किया? आपने वेरिएबल एक ही बनाया,
हम्म।
एंड वेरिएबल एक बनाने के बाद आपने सबको उस वेरिएबल से एसोसिएट कर दिया। अभी आपका st1 अगर मैं देखता हूं तो st1 का वैल्यू आपको एक बार में ही क्या मिल जाएगा?
हम्म।
st1 मतलब पहला स्टूडेंट, मुझे सब पता चल गया एक बार में ही कि भैया
हाँ।
पहले स्टूडेंट का नाम क्या है, पहले स्टूडेंट का सिटी क्या है, पहले स्टूडेंट का एज क्या है।
इवन
दैट
दो
इज,
रिलेशन नहीं है, वो पूरे एक ही
हाँ,
इसमें आ
लेकिन
गए।
वो एक ही साथ बंडल है। तो वो
हाँ।
एक ऑब्जेक्ट कहते हैं इसको, दैट इज वन ऑब्जेक्ट।
ऑब्जेक्ट।
ओके, सो सिमिलरली आप अभी जैसे जीआईएस में हम लोग जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे, वैसे वैसे हम देखेंगे कि जैसे कि अभी मैंने आपको यहाँ पे एक ये दिखाया, एक एग्जांपल, कि ये जो फीचर है, ये फीचर है, अभी इस फीचर में ठीक है, यहाँ पे हमारे पास डिस्क्रिप्शन प्रॉपर्टी मतलब यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं है, ब्लैंक है। बट इन गोइंग फॉरवर्ड व्हेन वी विल वर्क ऑन दैट वी विल गेट द प्रॉपर्टी एज वेल। करेक्ट। सो एक ही फीचर का हमको क्या मिलेगा, डिफरेंट प्रॉपर्टीज। ये पहले फीचर का प्रॉपर्टी है, देन यू विल गेट नेक्स्ट फीचर प्रॉपर्टी, करेक्ट। So this is the beauty of the GeoJSON, where we can store the properties. Means actually GIS is what? GIS अभी पहले GIS के पहले लोग AutoCAD में काम करते थे, माइक्रो स्टेशन में काम आज भी करते हैं। But why GIS is more popular than AutoCAD or MicroStation? Because GIS has capability to contain spatial as well as non-spatial data. अभी ऑटो कैड में वो कैपेबिलिटी नहीं था, स्टार्टिंग में ऑटो कैड केवल ड्राइंग बनाने के लिए यूज होता था। बाद में उसको हमने क्या किया, कंपनी ने उसमें ऑब्जेक्ट ऐड किया, ये ऐड किया, देन नाउ यू आर कैपेबल टू कीप द ज्योमेट्री एज वेल एज डेटा, करेक्ट। सो जीआईएस में नाउ दीज डेज whatever the GIS softwares we have, first thing is all the GIS software has capability to handle the GeoJSON. And when we are coming to the web application, this GeoJSON object is mainly used where? GeoJSON object is mainly used in the web application, because GeoJSON object is capable to keep spatial information as well as non-spatial information. JSON supports which data structure?
Both.
Both A and B.
A and both
Which
A and B.
which bracket is used to define the JSON array?
Array.
B.
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 Okay.
B.
JSON
Brackets.
values can include
All the above.
all of the above.
All above.
JSON Boolean values are
True.
True, false.
True.
नहीं नहीं,
True.
ट्रू फॉल्स तो है, बट कौन सा, ए और बी?
B.
बी। अगर
B.
आपने ध्यान से देखा होगा, मैंने एग्जांपल जो लिखा था उसमें मैंने लिखा था कि ट्रू स्मॉल लेटर में
Yeah.
which value represent no value in JSON?
Null.
Null.
Sir, none.
Sir,
JSON,
that means JSON is case sensitive.
which one? हाँ, JSON definitely JSON is the case sensitive.
Okay.
Okay.
JSON is language. JSON is language
Independent.
independent. JSON
Independent.
is common independent, correct. JSON is commonly used in
All of
All of the above.
all of the above.
Web
Okay.
application.
Which no, all of the above. APIs में भी यूज होता है,
As it
डेटा
is
एक्सचेंज में भी।
independent, it can be used in this application.
Which function convert JSON text to the JSON object? JavaScript object.
JSON parse.
JSON dot parse. Very good. Which function convert object to string?
JSON dot stringify.
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 JSON files usually have which extension?
.json.
.json.
JSY.
JSON is lighter than
नींद आता है वो चलता चलता
XML. Okay. JSON objects are separated by
Semicolon.
Sir, comma.
Semicolon, no?
See,
Comma.
JSON objects are separated by comma.
Comma.
Okay.
In JSON, key and values are separated by
Key and values.
Uh,
Not colon.
Semicolon.
Colon.
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 Yes.
Example of the JSON array.
This one, no? Array.
Yeah.
Array is first.
Sorry, B, sir.
बी
B.
Actually, B जो है ना, B थोड़ा सा इसमें कुछ गड़बड़ है। Actually, ये जो है ना, this is a array. This is not the JSON array. Okay.
बी
This
इज
is the array or this is the JSON.
Okay.
Maybe question is wrong, but for you have to know this is
Array
what,
में bracket,
this is
sir.
the
Array में-
JSON object, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is the JSON object and this is the JavaScript array. JSON can be read by
All of the above.
all of the above. JSON syntax is similar to
JavaScript object syntax.
JSON support nested structure. अभी आपने देखा ना, बहुत सारे नेस्टेड है ना उसमें जियोजेसन में.
Yes, yes, true.
JSON is widely used in
All
all
of
of
them.
the
all of the above. Very good. ठीक है, तो अभी जो है आप लोग ने अच्छा सीखा इसको, जेसन एंड जियोजेसन एंड